Amigo primo, ¿cómo está usted? ¿Cómo se mueve acá en su lugar? Good evening. I'm your host, DonArmando, and welcome to Open Topics with DonArmando. So tonight, if I get anybody that wants to talk about it, we're going to talk about the red pill ideology, and is it beneficial to mankind, or it's causing more division within mankind? So I'll drop the link in the description for anybody that wants to speak on this. What's up? How you doing, Hebrew? Yeah, tonight we're just talking about the red pill ideology or movement or whatever you want to call it. Because I was talking to a friend of mine that we're just talking about. He went up and actually said that the red pill has a lot of weirdos. So I would like to see, where did the red pill ideology originated at. I don't really subscribe to any ideology except the Lord Yeshua. May the Lord Yeshua, may he bless everybody. So I want to know how this red pill ideology has just been gaining momentum. Did it gain momentum more when it was Trump in power, or it was an ideology before? So I just want to actually know what it's about. Okay. I mean, yes, it does, because I'm trying to see the correlation on why a racist would actually follow this ideology, and then you will have certain other groups too, not only racist, but you got people who actually feel like that society is actually beating them down. So I would like to know, how did this philosophy actually started? Ah, yeah, but then I will not really consider that person a red pill. I just think that he just follows the. I just call him a feminist because he has female traits. Let's be honest. I mean, Hebrew. Think about something. One guy goes on alive with another man's wife, with a whole bunch of women, trying to tell lies about a guy, about another content creator that they do not like. I mean, to me, is this. I don't know how. I don't see how anything is masculine by trying to defame somebody in front of their wife, with another person that you don't like, just because they make better content than you. And we all know that most of the females that this guy actually goes after or slanders in a certain type of way, it's been revealed that he actually liked these females. And since he knows that with his ignorance and everything like that, he cannot attain a relationship with these females, he actually goes and diss them. And that right there to me is actually weak. He ain't the only one. I mean, let's keep it real. There's a lot of people in the positions of power or the elite who are open about it, and some who are actually discreet about it. Like, allegedly, I guess it came out between that now this guy who claims to be Will Smith's friend went up and supposedly outed Will on his indiscretions. So I don't know the full story, but I do know when I was living in Jersey City, by the way, and I used to listen to XM on the radio when I paid for cable or DirecTV. When I used to listen to XM radio before it got bought out by Sirius, there was a chick by the name of Jazzy whatever. So Jazzy had this guest on who I guess was effeminate, and this guy would want to describe in detail on how Jada and Will used to have freaky parties at their house while the kids was away. So they said, I quote, that Jada and Will were swingers, and they didn't care what gender you were, as long as you were partying, if you know what I mean. So, and then on top of it, the rumors about Will being feminine or having feminine traits, it actually, I think it originated when he actually did 6 Degrees of Separation. And certain people never looked at him as a masculine figure ever again, if they actually looked at him as one. Yeah. Hebrew, I got a question to ask you. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name, but it's called Tazariak or something like that. I know that he has done a couple of interviews. So, so you being a Israelite, what are your views on Brother Tazariak? Because I do know that within your collective, there's a lot of different schools and different thoughts. Because I've seen them. I'm not going to say I've seen them all, but I've seen certain individuals either with a different set of garb, but y'all always say the same thing. So, what is your thoughts about Brother Tazariak? Because I've been hearing his name for like a couple of years now. While I was in New York, and now that I'm in Philadelphia. All right. So, all right. Well, right. I mean, if you actually look at it, Hebrew line, we don't know what anybody is, to be honest, anymore. Think about it. Just because a person may look a certain type of way, you may not know what that person really is. And that person might have a lot of an ethnicity than you would actually think that person has. For example, I was talking to a Dominican guy like around 2008 or 2009 when I was living in Jersey City. So this guy happened to be the descendant of the late Dominican actress by the name of Maria Montez through his grandfather. Because his grandfather, I guess, was her brother. So while he was telling me about genealogy and everything, it was me, a guy who was Jamaican British, but he was born in the United States. I mean, we was just all talking. So he was just talking like as far as science on how people actually look. He went up and looked at me. He was like, "Yo, you can tell that you have some European in you." A lot of people don't know that. And then he looked at my friend who was Jamaican British. He's like, "Just look at you. You can tell that you got some in you too, because certain people have a lot of body hair and certain people don't." I was like, "Really?" So he was just talking about blood. He was just talking about how people could test their blood and everything like that. So I was like, "Wow, interesting." to me is this. I do not know too much about African Dominicans' position. So I do know that I've talked to Fighter, and and maybe in the future, me and African Dominican are gonna do a interview, but it's not gonna be long though. So I want to get her view on why she and Fighter are beefing or having intellectual differences. Because I know that I didn't really see too much of Fighters and her stream because I was working on my own, or I'm working. But it was very interesting that they're beefing or whatsoever. So me, I'm not really into that because I've been, working and trying to build up my own platform to actually comment on what they're actually doing. I mean, at the end of the day, they've been knowing each other themselves for like before I actually got on the scene. So I don't know. It looks like that the racist collective, the Hispanotaps, they do not like Valentina just because she has a lot of love and admiration for the Dominican Republic and its people. And then, if you really look at it, most of the people who actually hate Valentina, they're actually repressed incels that actually want to get with Valentina, but they just don't know how to talk to her. So, with African Dominican, most of the haters that actually don't like her and they want to try to control her and everything like that, either don't know how to talk to women, or two, they secretly like you, but they don't want to actually admit it to their racist friend. So therefore, they go and they attack her, but at the same time, they have something secretly inward that they really like the person. If that makes sense. Or they're part of the rainbow clique, as I would like to call them. Yeah. But about Fighter and African Dominican beefing, I can't really tell you because I haven't really been following it. I heard something different about that dude because when I was talking to, it's actually on one of my other streams, while me and Zacharias was talking, he actually revealed that that guy, Chem123 or whatever the case may be, it looked like that he actually creeps out women and he's on the prowl for the same gender also. So I only heard him talking. He sounds like a real creep. So it's a good thing that I blocked this channel and don't really have nothing to do with that person's channel, because he sounds like a complete degenerate. Because you got certain people who actually fit that category. I mean, of a 40-year-old virgin. But then you got certain people who are just straight up degenerates. You know, the ones that actually try to make lies about a person and without actually knowing them. And then they go with the narrative in their head and they try to convince everybody that they're right, when the fact is they do not know you, but yet they want to know and get all the info about you. I could tell you that a lot of these degenerates, they're actually made a fool of themselves when they doxed them. With that said, that joint, they're gonna go and they will try to spin a lie and try to threaten and do whatever to people that do not have the same viewpoints as them. So therefore, I call a lot of these individuals immature. And if they're gonna go and talk about that they're so-called alpha males, the alpha males that I grew up with, they didn't act like y'all. I mean, if they're alpha males, they're a poor representation. They're like, yes, well, I gotta tell you something. I know it all. Okay, but do you really? Let's be honest. Yeah, but that's TMI. Yeah, TMI. I'm just gonna post my comments and comments to let you know what I think about that. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Oh, wow. And all this just because I say that I'm a Dominican. Wow. Lives in the mix. I mean, I'm just going to set it for the record. I'm not responsible for getting anybody's page shut down. I don't even know how to. But I heard a certain content creator or creators got their page shut down. I'm not responsible because I don't think about y'all. I'm thinking about my platform. If y'all thinking about me, that's oh wow. I mean, that's I'm telling you, I'm sick of hearing about that person. At the end of the day, nobody's thinking about them. I mean, these people are supposed to be grown men, but yet they're thinking about me. Wow. You're doing all this for what? By the time you're going and doing this to old people, you could have actually found a girlfriend. Or, better yet, you could have had a vacation and be like Andrew Tate. But I don't see that happening. Ooh. Wow. But then again, the dark web, a lot of people they could get away with stuff, but then a lot of people get caught in the dark web too. So therefore, that's why I don't mess with it, because the dark web, a lot of stuff be happening, and if you're gonna do anything quote unquote outside the law, a person will use Bitcoin. And me personally, I don't really care about the dark web, because if you're going to the dark web, that means that you're nefarious anyway. So why would I go to the dark web when anybody could be anybody in the dark web? And then, not only that, you could actually put yourself at risk with the alphabet organizations, if you know what I mean. Hold up. Let's be for real. They did all that, and they're doing all that for what? Okay, Hebrew Mind, the Indigenous podcast, right? And X-Man 9 and you, right? What was your first problem with these trolls and this confederation of Latino races? I want to know the backstory, because I only been here let me see. I got really serious about YouTube around in the beginning of 2022. So this is 2023. So I got a year in, because before that I was not even a serious YouTuber. I didn't even know what Radical or all these other people was until I actually introduced myself. So I want to know the genesis of this problem and why these guys, they feel that they're authority figures when they're not. So why they were mad at you and you promoting the boxes, when the fact is you're promoting your own people? Why was that a threat to them? Yo, all right, I'm just about to say this in the comments. Hey, hey Nina, how you doing? Tonight's topic we're talking about the red pill, and we're trying to see where that philosophy originated at, and also certain people believe that it's beneficial for men to be men. Other people say that it's detrimental for a man to develop. So I want everybody else to chime in, and I'll actually put the link in the description. Wow. I never really thought about that it was a disgruntled white man divorcee community. Mm. Wow. That is some insight, Nina. My thing is, like, when did race and all this Chad stuff actually got involved? Because now they talk about all right. I gotta go and watch that documentary, Nina. Really? Wow. Just one second. Wow. I just saw that. I mean, like, I'm like, wow. They actually did that to him? I mean, wow. I don't know what to say. Dag. I mean, like, why? That's what I'm saying. Why call yourself boxers when y'all don't have any fighting experience or whatsoever? Wow. Yeah. I mean, Nina, you got these good dudes who are just you got one guy, I'll tell you in the background, got you. I already did. I mean, it's funny that the person that the queen went up and sent after me is really trying to do whatever. We're not going to mention names because we all know that this guy is a desperate fart bag. Yo, what up? Nuff the King. You know what's funny? I haven't. So it's like the last time I heard is that he got demonetized because of some stuff. So I guess it will have to be like 5 months until you actually get monetized again. I don't know how it is. Oh yeah. Shout out to Trash Media Group for chiming in. And Nuff the Kingdom. I'll actually put the link in the description if you want to join the panel. Alright. All right, so for everybody who's tapping in or newly tapping in, tonight's topic is about the red pill. We want to see the genesis of this movement. We want to see if this is beneficial or detrimental to a man's mental health, or if this red pill movement is supposed to make you a better man. Men and women could actually chime in. So I actually have the link in the chat description, and y'all can come through. Yo, shout out to you, Scully Thon. Yeah, the link is in the description, so if anybody wants to come to the panel, we could talk about a good old chat about the red pill philosophy. All right. This is my take of what I know of the red pill. I know the red pill actually, I think it actually exaggerates a man's what a man is supposed to be. When the fact is, some of these, I say, new age gurus, this is what I call them, are not really teaching men on how to actually handle their finances or on how to actually function in the business world. But yet they'll be like, oh yeah, you have to be this, you have to be that. But yet I don't see a lot of these gurus giving these disgruntled men business literacy or credit literacy. But yet they want to blame everything on one person. So my thing is this: if they think that that if they were to go to the business world and act the way that they act, do you think that they're actually going to get business or they're going to be shunned? Let's be honest. Let's just say that a person is actually conducting a business meeting, right? So you're going to go and call them a whole bunch of obscenities just because you think you're the boss. But yet, you don't own the company. You don't have anything really in your name. Oh, I. Oh, you're in the hospital? Yo, I hope you got better, bro. And I'm rooting for you. Yeah, much love to you, bro, and hope you get better enough. You know what I mean? Yo, so it's like I'm seeing that this red pill morphed into something which is a very different animal. And anybody who's outside the United States who actually listening in, feel free to chime in. All right, that's what's up. So is body cams for everybody, or is that body cams for law enforcement? Trash Media Group. Got you. I mean, Yeah, I think that would be good because we're getting in the United States. We're actually getting a lot of bad narratives. Certain people that do know about law enforcement and certain people that don't. So my thing is that we just have to let everybody have a transparency when it talks about law enforcement and not get politics and personal emotions get involved and let justice actually get the work done, if you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I agree. Because if we're going to act, I'm just saying for all communities, if they're going to have a better community or whatsoever, I think that law enforcement public relations with the communities, I'm talking about communities of color, it needs to be there. If everybody wants to go down the road of progress, that's what I gotta say. So, Trash Media Group, I want to ask you a question. What is your philosophy, or what are your thoughts on how the Red Pill movement started? Do you think, or do you think that the Red Pill is actually a good movement for men to have, or a bad movement whatsoever? Interesting. I mean, you have to admit, in the professional setting, this world is confusing. Let's say, for example, when my parents were working, I'll say like 30 or I'll say 50 years ago, the stuff that they had back then, or the restrictions that they had back then, there's even more, I guess, professional restrictions now. than it was back in the day. And to me, I'm going to be honest. I'm at the age that I'm still trying to see what it is, because now a person who's working in the professional settings, I'm talking about white class, they'll have to know the gender pronouns and a lot of stuff that our parents or grandparents didn't have to learn when they was in the workforce. And it's now you have ultra feminists that are, the ones who actually subscribe to that philosophy, that will make it second guess a man who's just trying to have good intentions for a female. Maybe if they want to date or want to be kind to a woman. You have some of these feminists that are, the militant feminists that will act, that they will see a man that they will perceive as weak, and then they'll call the cops on them on a fake charge, and when the man gets arrested or his life being changed in a certain way because of that feminism, these ultra militant feminists will not be held accountable. And I think that's just wrong. Yeah, they'll have to, because think about it. I'm not for discrimination in the workplace. But there comes to a point that humans cannot change biology. When I grew up, and I'm saying, because I don't care, I don't want to be canceled, but when I grew up, there was two genders. Now in this day and age, there might be like 26. So my thing is that the genders that I grew up learning was a man and a female. So, to be honest, I don't know what it is. I'm going to be honest. I don't know what binary, non-binary, or cisgender really means. Because at the end of the day, I'm just stumped. I'm like, really? Yeah, I agree with that too. Yeah. All right. Another topic that I want to talk about is that with everybody when it talks about crime or whatsoever, a lot of people have said that a lot of the proponents of crimes in this day and age is a subgenre of rap which is called drill music. So basically, I like the beats and everything like that. I'm just gonna be real. But yeah, I see an epidemic over and over again that I didn't see really in the 90s. I didn't see a whole bunch of people rapping and then the next thing you know, when they're about to hit stardom or whatsoever, they get arrested and they get football numbers. So my thing is this. What is the urge of all these young men throwing their lives away? And the stuff that they're talking about, they're just beefing. A lot of their friends are losing their lives over words. And in my edition, I don't see like a credible way that personal development could actually develop a career or a franchise. When the fact is that everybody is so into their emotions and they let words dictate their future or their freedom. So, what is your thoughts about that for anybody who's watching or anybody in the comment section? Yeah, you're right. You know what? I did. And I was like, really? Wow. I mean, you're right. Respect was a factor. Hmm. I mean, yeah, because I guess some of the people who are red pill, who are actually the forefront of it, some people did not have the right parentage, or I guess they didn't come from a nuclear family. So that's a good thing to ask if any of these people came from a nuclear family. Right. But then if you really look at it, you have certain people that either they lost their parents young, or there was a ward of the state. Yeah. I mean, I can understand if there's a financial benefit to it, but then some of the people who are actually getting clicks and likes for that 15 seconds of fame or 15 minutes, I mean, is it all worth it at the end? Yeah. Wow. A thought pose. And then your young son is waving guns. Wow. I actually thought that it was bad when Young Thug had his little son actually posting doing gang signs at a young age. And I actually thought that was disgusting. Because young Thug went up and was teaching his young son how to diss his so-called enemies at a young age. And a lot of ignorant people was like, yeah, we're gonna get that little boy, etc. When the fact is, other people were saying that this is sad. You're actually teaching your son how to hate his own people. So, there's been a lot of scandalous stuff that people have done for clicks and views, which I'm going to be honest, I don't agree with. I mean, it's to the point that these people are so hungry for fame, but yet they don't know what comes with the fame. Yeah, you're right. Wow. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't save anybody, everybody. We're human at the end of the day. We're not Superman. Yeah, I know. I don't get that. I mean, if I'm gonna be friends with somebody, we have to have the same interest, or we can help grow each other in the business field, or on how to be a better person. Other than that, if a person wants to say, hey, let's go around and take some pills, that's not in my best interest now. I mean, me personally, I live in a city where the thing that everybody is actually doing now is going to Kensington. And they want to see how people did this, did that, but yet they just stay there a day, not help the people whatsoever. They get a story and they pulled it out on YouTube, and they're not actually doing the work. Because people always talk about Kensington and how it's an open air. And I was talking to a coworker, and he was like, Kensington, he said Kensington was bad even before he was born. So, but then I hear other people saying it was not that bad. So, maybe one of these days I might talk to a fully native or whatsoever that actually been here. I'm saying like in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, that could break down what the original Kensington neighborhood was like. No, yo también, manito. Mira, yo voy poniendo el link ahí. Thank you, my cousin made it. Yeah, I'm trying to post another beat that he made, but it's like, I don't know. Yeah, I think that's Morals Over Money. I've actually watched this show. He's a barber, and he was talking about how he was a former addict also. So I actually watch his shows sometimes. So certain people do it for clicks. I mean, I've been there, but I'm not gonna go and post pictures about it or anything like that, because if I could do it for clicks, I'm not genuine. So I don't want to do that. Are you serious? Really? Inspired by NBA YoungBoy. I thought I heard it all. Wow. A party inspired by NBA YoungBoy. Wow. You know what? This is one thing I gotta say. NBA YoungBoy and Kodak Black. I don't know what women think of me because I'm married now. I've heard certain people call me handsome whatsoever. But those two guys, those ugly dudes are winning. I'm gonna be honest. Kodak Black, I don't know how many children he has, but NBA YoungBoy got Floyd Mayweather's daughter. And she went up and caught a charge for his ugly behind. And now you have kids throwing the party which is inspired by him. Inspired by NBA YoungBoy. Wow. I remember when back in the day, people used to throw parties inspired by Tupac and Notorious B.I.G. But out of all people, NBA YoungBoy? So you're telling me that now kids have to look at a guy who can't keep a relationship and he's fathering a lot of babies with various women and catching charges, and he's still fighting a lot of legal cases? And I thought I've heard it all. Wow. This takes the cake. A birthday celebration inspired by NBA YoungBoy. What next? I'm going to have a party inspired by Blueface. You know, the guy that loves to go and sit back and see women fight over him. Wow. Yeah, it is sad. Yeah. Dang. I mean, don't get it wrong. It depends on what single mother, because I know single mothers, and I've seen them with their own. They actually birth doctors, people who are upstanding in the community. But it depends on what single mother. Because you have educated single mothers that actually work hard for their child's benefit. And then you have single mothers who are ignorant and they don't care about their child's benefit. So, exactly. I agree with that. It will actually be said when a person sees you. You don't go around and tell yourself you're a good mom, because self praise is for the fool. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Yep. Yeah, exactly. And one thing I gotta say for women and men who are single parents, not all your child has to meet your prospective mate. I mean, I've heard that. I'm not a parent. I'm not going to go and say it, but I'm just saying that certain people from Facebook and Instagram quotes that I've seen, that if a person is going to be serious with you, okay, yeah. But if a person is just going to be a fling or anything, and if you're a single parent, man or woman, your child do not need to know who you're dating, or they need to be introduced unless you feel you have serious feelings for that person. Wow. Son husbands. Wow. That's why when some women say, oh yeah, my son is my king. Right. Okay. Wow. Exactly. Yeah, it is actually. I mean, now that you think about it, a woman might think like, oh yeah, my son is my king. They might be thinking in the term that, okay, my son will be a king, so I'm calling him a king now, so therefore he could actually go places with that mindset. But then, when a woman actually has no connections with the father or with the baby's father or the children's father, and then they say, "Oh yeah, my babies are kings," that sounds a little bit weird, to be honest. Wow. That's a gross concept, to be honest. What's up, Herbie? Tonight's topic, we're just talking about the red pill. Yeah, I know. That is a toxic situation. Mm. Yeah, and with that expectation, that's why you see a lot of men who who have that mindset, who will have that mindset, might be contributing to the penal system. And that's a sad thing to look at. Yes, and I'm gonna say this. I actually was in that movement, and I'm gonna tell you why. When I was a single man, if I saw that a woman was a mother and she was a single mother, I never dated her. Not because I didn't like children or anything like that. I knew because of my own immaturity, I cannot be with the woman with children. Because if you do, my thing is if a woman has children and you actually love the woman, you love the children and everything like that, and you're thinking that the relationship might be good, and then all of a sudden you and the woman have a argument, and then the love that you actually start to grow with for her children, even though you're not the father, it actually messes with certain men mentally. So with me, I could say that it was immature of me, but I did not date women with children because it might be selfish or anything, but I did not want the drama. I didn't want to deal with baby father drama. I don't want to deal with emotional drama that was left by the quote unquote baby father. So when I was single, I did not go for women with children. So I could say that I dodged a lot of bullets during my single years because of that. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I mean, some women are sketchy too. Exactly. It goes both ways. Yeah. I think I might do a stream tomorrow or early Friday. Exactly. You know what? One thing I gotta say this to Trash Media Group, I salute you on that because you're a man that stands on his principles. Exactly. So I'm about to end this stream, but it's good insight that I've actually talked to people tonight. I want to shout out Hebrew Lion. I want to shout out Trash Media, Nina, Ramon, Irby, Scullyton, Nefty, everybody that went up and showed love tonight. And share this with all your friends and everything like that. I'm just still on the road for 1,000. And I'm trying to do it organically because at the end of the day, I'm just a regular guy that just talk about regular stuff. So with that said, good night and stay blessed.